Hello guys, and welcome back once again to the Asian channel. And today we are going to talk about the U.S. State Department has approved the sale of additional 25 F-35A to South Korea. Now the matter is up to Congress for consideration, but as we all expect, it's just formalities, and the U.S. Congress would definitely approve the sale. The U.S. has been urging its allies in the region that include South Korea and Japan to arm themselves with advanced U.S. weaponry to help them deter China's dominance in their region. The total deal is worth around $5.06 billion, and that includes the sale of Pratt & Whitney F-135 PW100 engines for the aircraft and upgrade them to the Block 4 standard. The total cost could still be lessened and increase the number of aircraft once the contract negotiation starts. Once delivered, this would increase South Korea's current fleet of 60 to 85 F-35, making South Korea one of the biggest foreign operator of the aircraft, second only to Japan. South Korea's previous purchase of F-35 allowed them to phase out 3 squadron of their Vietnam War-era F-4 Phantoms aircrafts. The new batch of F-35 would allow South Korea to phase out additional 1 squad of aging F-5 Tiger II aircrafts, or they could phase out their old F-16 variants. South Korea continued to purchase additional F-35 despite last year a South Korean Air Force official and Shin Won-min, a member of the South Korean National Assembly's National Defense Committee, reported that from January 2021 to June 2022, in 18 months, the F-35 had 172 non-flying status and 62 cannot perform specific mission status cases. A data recorded 117 flightless and 45 mission-specific failures in 2021 to 2022. The specific mission failure rates are notably more than twice compared to South Korea's aging Vietnam War-era F-4 and F-5 fighters, 600% more than the U.S. Air Force standard unavailability rate, and of the same time frame, both the old F-4 and F-5 are only grounded 26 and 28 times respectively. This isn't an isolated issue, though. In 2021, U.S. Air Force Deputy Chief of Staff for Strategy, Lieutenant General Clint Hinote, warned that this issue could certainly affect the F-35's contributions to future high-end conflicts due to the fighter's wide-ranging performance issues. Former U.S. Secretary of Defense Christopher Miller and U.S. Marine Corps Captain Dan Grazier highlighted some alarming problems. Some of the issue has something to do with the aircraft's engine. These are problems that Lockheed Martin needs to immediately address. The F-35 program has already cost the U.S. government $1.6 trillion, its most expensive weapon program in U.S. history, and some people would say that the F-35 program is too big to fail. So the development must continue, and South Korea and other U.S. allies have no choice but to rely on the F-35. Because the F-35 is the only U.S. fifth-generation fighter both in service and in production. Because the F-22 is too expensive to operate and it has already ended in production in 2007. Not to mention the U.S. didn't allow export of the aircraft. The F-35 acquisition is very important for South Korea. It's a very valuable piece of equipment that could help them to counter the massive growing Chinese military power in the region. China operates the J-20 Might Dragon stealth aircraft, and it's also developing another stealth aircraft, which is the FC-31 or the J-35. South Korea needs the F-35 stealth capabilities to go against Chinese stealth aircrafts, and especially deal with a threat from their longtime enemy, which is North Korea. The F-35 gives South Korea stealth capabilities to strike deep in North Korean territory. South Korea needs a stealth aircraft to strike North Korean nuclear ballistic missile sites. They desperately need a preemptive strike capabilities before North Korea could launch a nuclear missile towards them. Although the F-35 has some issues it needs to be addressed, but it's still one of the most capable fighters in the world. Although the F-35 is relatively a small, lightweight single-engine fighter, and it lacks the endurance, firepower, radar size, or flight performance compared to the much bigger Chinese J-20, but the F-35 is still the stealthiest aircraft in the world, with the smallest RCS or radar cross-section among all fighters, which is around 0.00015 square meter or the size of a golf ball, And the US also believes the aircraft has among the best sensors and avionics among aircrafts. The F-35's advantage also lies in its unique intelligence sharing network that can interlink fighters to achieve the mission. For now, South Korea needs to rely on the F-35 as their own KF-21 fighter program is expected to enter production only in 2030. And South Korea is planning to acquire KF-21 twice the number of their F-35. Meanwhile, to offset the F-35's reliability issue, the US ordered 144 F-15EX, which although is more expensive and less stealthy than the F-35, but is much more reliable and fully ready for high-intensity combat. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want more topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.